Our next lightning talk is by Deepak Koul, who is working as a senior quality engineer in Red Hat. He likes reading, and his topic for the day is 5 reasons why QA need not cross the boundary to white box testing. This is something interesting. So you can start.
Hi guys. So my name is Deepak and I'm going to tell you 5 reasons why every QA need not be the cross-functional expert. Uh, while everyone here is going pro agenda, I am trying to go opposite, and you may not be surprised by this because we usually encounter such situations in our daily lives too. Suppose you are taking your 5 friends to a treat and everyone is like butter naan, butter naan, butter naan, and one of them says pudina parantha. So you don't say that, no, you will have a butter naan. So I thank ThoughtWorks for accepting my talk. So let's go ahead. The first reason, which I think is the bias, when you look at the code and you see a couple of nested ifs, and your mind is like, oh, I'm going to break that. But while doing so, you are subconsciously your mind starts thinking in a way which you have not thought about, and there are chances that you would not find the usability or performance or any other functional bugs which you would have found if you had not looked at the code. So TDD is a buzzword, and there are a lot of wannabe testers which want to dwell into that area. So TDD is something which tightly couples with developers, because even if it is a test-driven development, but it is development in the end. So you're not going to say, okay, I'm going to write the test, and my developer is going to then uh, write code and refactor his code. Okay, so I was wondering what makes sharp testers end up in half-hearted cross-functional roles. The first thing is contractual obligation, because it is mentioned in my contract with my company that I should do whatever they say. The second thing is management pressure. Suppose you are in a one-on-one with your manager and he says that, look, I have got a really uh, challenging role for you. Make a straight face and say, no, it's a trap. Any manager sitting out here? Never mind. I'm just 8 promotions away from being a manager myself. The third thing is peer pressure. Suppose your colleague or friend is doing something with automation or being part of the unit testing, you want to do it as well. And the fourth and last thing which pushes sharp testers into this is job market pressure. I won't be ever be surprised if I come across a job post for a tester like knows Selenium, knows Mercury tools, HP tools, Scala, everything, Java, JavaScript, Perl, Python, and knows karate, kung fu, knows how to cook. So you should. The job market basically is, built upon a bed of lies and falsehood, and the applicants have, very, very well adapted to this situation. So all of you have might had one colleague or friend asking, "Yaar, interview hai, padha dena yaar." So I see this as an opportunity, and I am planning to open something like interview ke liye padhadenayar.com. The third thing, variety. So all QAs being, good at cross-functional expertise, instead of, 2 or 3 QAs being really good manual exploratory testers, does not mean more bugs. Because, there is a science behind this, which we're going to see in the next slide. So technically, no two people think alike. It's just like our fingerprints, as I said in that butter naan example. So why do customers, even if we test our application, for 100 years, when we release it, customers will still find the bugs? Why? They have 2 things going on with them. The first thing is that they are unbiased. They are totally independent of the technology which went behind making this application. The second thing is too many eyeballs on the application. And since we cannot increase our QA resources, number of QA resources, but one thing which we can do is we can, have our minds totally unbiased and then test it. Now, the takeaways for this talk are, unless and until you are really inclined or interested in doing DevOps job or a automation thing or performance or being part of unit testing or TDD, forget it. If you're not interested, don't do it. In the end, what matters is, finding good quality bugs. Instead of customer finding it, when we find it, that's safe for our company. And pure manual testing, let's not be ashamed of it. It is an art. Finding bugs is an art, and we should not undermine it. And finally, remember the science, which I said, no two testers think alike. There is a reason why, people are going towards crowdsourced testing, and I myself am a part of a crowdsourced testing project for, I cannot name that, but it's not for the $10 per bug reward. But you would be astonished to see the kind of bugs when there are 500 or 1,000 people testing one single application, and kind of bugs they come up with. Very creative and very inspiring bugs. So I think that's it. Any questions? Or we're not allowed questions in a 10-minute. Are we?
Thanks, Deepak. It was a nice session. If you guys have any questions, you can ask a couple of questions. We'll like to give you something. Can you just wait for a minute? You can give it.
A small token of appreciation for Deepak. Can we all? And plus we forgot Jasul's as well. So Jasul, can you come over here and collect your token of appreciation?